2015 was a year to remember for Shippensburg University volleyball, but it's now 2016 and a new season. And with a new season means changes to the PSAC. We've gone from 2 divisions to 4, and the top 8 teams will make the playoffs. Shippensburg is looking to be one of those 8 teams that make the playoffs, and the women are looking to make it 5 years in a row they've reached the conference semifinals. Let's take a look at how the Raiders are shaping up for 2016. If you could speak a little bit to the value of, in seasons past, you haven't always necessarily had 2 full weeks before the start of the semester. You've had to juggle classes and things like that, which, it has to happen at some point, but it's very valuable, I would imagine, to have 2 full weeks of a preseason routine to come in and get everybody, especially with 8 freshmen and 13 year 20 being freshmen or sophomores right now.
Yeah, definitely with a large class, I'm enjoying having the 2 weeks prior to having class on top of it. It's just that allows them the opportunity to focus on single-mindedly on volleyball for 2 weeks. Plus, it's a huge adjustment for every freshman going to college. They're away from home for the first time. They're getting acclimated to what ship volleyball is all about. And then in the 3rd week, they can focus on what it's like to be a student athlete. So yes, I like having it. In the last 3 years when we only had 1 week, so did everyone else in the conference. So it's not like it was a disadvantage. We all across the campus had to, across the conference had to deal with that. But it is the first year for this senior class to have this 2-week long preseason. So, and the freshmen, they've never had any preseason before, so they don't know any better. Yeah. So it's the way it's been for forever. I've actually never known there to only be 1 week until the last 3 years, so it's kind of back to normal for me.
I think it's important to have this 2-week preseason because it gives us a lot of time to become very cohesive. We have a lot of new girls, and it's important that we all become very comfortable on the court together, and I think that that's really going to contribute to the success of our team.
It's great to have good team chemistry, so we're trying to build that. With 8 new freshmen, we have to really get them into the system of how we run our gym and how hard we work and how just SUVB does it in Higas.
It's definitely easier that a lot of us have been playing together and we have developed that chemistry and who's where at what time and how people play. But I definitely think that with this incoming freshman class, they'll easily develop into it, especially with the 2-week preseason.
During these 2 weeks of preseason, I hope that we can develop communication skills with each other and just know how each other works. Granted, we still have a lot of returners, but these 8 new incoming freshmen could have potential to have starting roles, and so we would want to develop that and see where that can go.
Being seniors, there's a lot of us, and it's nice because as you grow older, I feel like you become a better volleyball player and develop a higher volleyball IQ, we call it. But these freshmen coming in, noticing right away, we've only been practicing for a couple days, but they already have great volleyball IQs. They know how to play the game smarter. So a big thing about volleyball is you want to be smart with the ball, and like growing together, us seniors, like we already have chemistry, we already have the IQ, but these freshmen are right behind us. They have a lot to learn, but I think that they're fine the way they are. They're doing pretty well.
So it's nice that and very, very important to have that sort of coach-player relationship from your upperclassmen that have experience, and that's everyone who's returning, essentially. They all know what it feels like to win a conference championship. They all know what it feels like to be a ship volleyball player. They've worked camps. They know what we teach and how we teach it, and so their voice is very important to bringing the freshmen along quickly. And, it usually takes about 5 weeks for a freshman to really start to not have to think about what they're doing and then just really start competing and getting after it and feeling comfortable with what they've struggled in adapting to the college speed and the speed of our system or whatever. So it's there's a lot of leadership coming from not just starting returners, but all returners.
What are the steps you'll need to take to accomplish your goals?
Never lose sight of what we want our end product to be. Go 100% each time in the gym, hold each other accountable, don't get comfortable with this stage that we are, always look to improve, and just really build each other up throughout this whole season. Don't tear each other down.
I think leadership is going to be a big role. I think Maura does a great job communicating, and if we keep that up and a lot of these new players are going to pick up big roles with communication and just leadership. I think that'll be a big contributor as well.
Well, I think working hard and being focused on getting better every single day is a huge part of our culture and something that we focus on. Learning how to compose our emotions, not show frustration, not get frustrated, make mistake, get over it. We definitely have the belief that it's important to fail hard in practice so that we can put ourselves outside of our comfort zone and focus on getting better and challenge ourselves, put ourselves in uncomfortable situations so that we can gain confidence in our abilities and become comfortable in competitive scenarios.
We're always going to compete, but to compete strong and consistently. So on the court, if we want to get runs, we want to stay on top. If we mess up, you bounce back quick. So it's really important to stay up with high energy and in a good mindset on the court.
First, I definitely think we need to humble ourselves and not have too much confidence going into the season. That could lead up to us making more mistakes because we assume that we're going to win. But I also think with the hard work that we have and the number of girls we have to prevent injury, like in practice and things, I definitely think that if we stick to our goals of working hard, playing together, communication, and never giving up, I definitely can see us winning another conference championship.
It's important to try to maintain and improve upon what we've built every year. And it's, very difficult. I've often said that, we're on a treadmill and the steps keep kind of going out from underneath you and you got to keep climbing. And that's kind of the same philosophy that we have when we're preparing for a season is we want to focus on getting better every day. So, whether it's recruiting, we want to focus on getting better kids. We want to focus on so many things to just try to keep the program improving.
Coach always calls us blue collar team because we're not always maybe look like the fiercest, but we come out and we work harder than any other team out there. So we need to work hard. We need to put 100% into everything we do. We got to keep our sight on that another conference championship, which I think we can do. So just working hard, getting along, minimizing outside distractions, I think that's what's going to help us win again.